Juventus understandably distracted in Hellas Verona draw with Barca next. Mistakes were made, the concentration wasn't there and the rhythm was off, but Juventus still managed a 2-2 draw against Hellas Verona, a side that simply refused to be defeated by the old lady yet again this year. Deployed in a 4-2-3-3 formation, Andrea Mandorlini's men seemed determined to attack, attempting to exploit the fact the Bianconeri were not too interested in another league triumph. With Luca Toni chasing the capocannoniere title, the team played for him to ensure he would grab the necessary goals to outdo his competition and become Serie A's top scorer despite being 38 years of age. A Mauro Icardi brace on Sunday left Toni in a tie for the prestigious award. True to his word, Massimiliano Allegri did not rotate the squad fully and played many of his starters to ensure they are match fit and raring to go on Saturday evening when they play Barcelona in the Champions League final. Yet despite the talent on show and the desire to maintain a competitive edge, numerous little mistakes were made to allow Verona a chance to play a great game and grab a point at home. Two particular players disappointed, which raises a few concerns going forward. Neither Carlos Tevez nor Paul Pogba exhibited their talent and were guilty of making silly errors and losing concentration when Allegri needed them to prove themselves on the pitch. The coach proceeded to criticize the young Frenchman in his post-match comments, asking him to stop showboating, while several critics labeled his performance arrogant. Pogba is indeed a magnificent talent, but he has begun to stagnate in his development, and his difficulties in recovering his form after the injury suffered are only exacerbating the problem. The problem with the midfielder is his mind. His emotions dictate his every performance. At times he is guilty of belittling the opponent, as he did on Saturday afternoon. On other occasions, his desire to make an impact results in him overthinking every move when he should learn to trust his instincts more. This was hardly the performance Allegri wanted from the man, especially considering the coach is deciding on who to play against Barcelona. By contrast, Roberto Pereira ahead of him played a magnificent game and scored a goal that will be remembered for its beauty. A playmaker that consistently looked to get forward, he wasn't offered as much help as he would have liked, yet still put his team in the lead just before half-time. Once a player that could barely finish, the midfielder has since honed his skills and produced some wonderful goals in the latter stage of the season. More importantly, his decision-making skills have improved while he has learned how to make the most out of his special talents, offering the attack a new dimension. It remains to be seen whether he will be starting in the final, but he certainly played a match that will force Allegri to consider his options. Juventus had the chance to make it 3-1, but Tevez, who played an uncharacteristically selfish game, perhaps in his attempts to overtake Toni in the goal-scoring charts, missed his penalty. Verona instead equalized a minute later to snatch a celebrated point at home. It's difficult to be too critical of the Bianconeri considering the fact they had nothing to play for and have their minds firmly focused on next Saturday. The concentration levels were not where they needed to be, yet from a physical point of view, the squad was both energetic and dynamic. They are not quite yet exhausted and seem just as fit as ever. Considering the manner in which Barcelona won the Copa del Rey on the same night, Juventus will need all their might to stop a Catalan side in fine form, one that perfectly combines physical tenacity with technical beauty. The chances of a win are slim, but an Italian side can never be underestimated.